Howdy, hello, and welcome to our 5th podcast episode. Bruce Willis fights to stop deadly virus in post-apocalyptic world. I am Thomas, and I am here with my friend Tim. Today, we are going to discuss a film called 12 Monkeys. As always, spoilers ahead. 12 Monkeys is a 1995 American science fiction thriller film directed by Terry Gilliam from a screenplay by David Peoples and Janet Peoples, inspired by Chris Marker's 1962 short film La Jetée, set in a post-apocalyptic future devastated by disease. The film follows a convict who is sent back in time to gather information about the man-made virus that wiped out most of humanity. So, Tim, did you like 12 Monkeys?
Yes, 12 Monkeys. Well, I have mixed feelings about it, Tom. On one hand, it is quite an interesting take on time travel and its consequences. The idea of sending someone back in time to prevent a catastrophe only for them to realize they created that very same event is quite thought-provoking. However, I found the film rather slow-paced and lacking in action. It felt more like an art house film than a thriller to me.
I can see what you mean about the pace, Tim. But for me, personally, I actually appreciate films that focus on character development and storytelling over just mindless action. The slow burn of 12 Monkeys really allowed us to get invested in Cole's journey and the mystery surrounding the virus and the army of the 12 Monkeys.
Oh, come now, Thomas. You can't possibly believe that all films should follow the same formula as this one. I mean, just because a film has action doesn't mean it lacks substance. In fact, sometimes action can enhance the storytelling and make it more engaging for the audience. Just look at some of your favorite thrillers from Hitchcock or even modern blockbusters like Inception. They manage to be both thought-provoking and entertaining.
Well, I suppose you have a point there, Tim. But let's not forget that there are also plenty of action films out there that are nothing more than mindless spectacle without any real depth or meaning. It's all about finding the right balance between storytelling and thrills, in my opinion. And while I can appreciate what 12 Monkeys was trying to do with its narrative, I just don't think it succeeded in keeping me fully engaged throughout the entire film.
That's where our taste in films differs yet again, Tom. As I mentioned earlier, I tend to prefer stories that focus on character development and themes over non-stop action sequences. And in this regard, I believe 12 Monkeys did an excellent job with its narrative structure and pacing. It allowed us to really get inside the characters' heads and explore their motivations without resorting to cheap thrills or cliche plot points.
Well, I can see your point there, Tim. But let's get back to discussing 12 Monkeys in particular. The plot revolves around James Cole, played by Bruce Willis, who is sent back in time from a post-apocalyptic future to the present day of 1996. His mission is to gather information about a virus that has wiped out most of humanity and find a way to prevent it from happening. Along the way, he becomes entangled with a mental patient named Jeffrey Goins, played by Brad Pitt, who happens to be the son of a prominent scientist involved in creating the virus. As Cole navigates through this dangerous world, he begins to question his own sanity and the validity of his mission. He also encounters numerous obstacles that make him doubt the very people he was sent back to help. The film does an excellent job at keeping the audience guessing as to who is truly responsible for unleashing the virus on humanity, and whether Cole's efforts are ultimately futile.
Yes, I agree with you there, Thomas. 12 Monkeys certainly has a complex narrative that keeps you engaged from beginning to end. But one aspect of the film that really stood out for me was its use of symbolism and metaphors. For example, the recurring theme of animals escaping from captivity and taking over human society could be seen as an allegory for how our actions can have unintended consequences on the natural world. Another interesting element is the character of Dr. Catherine Rayleigh, played by Madeleine Stowe. Her role as a psychiatrist who initially dismisses Cole's claims about time travel and the virus adds an additional layer of complexity to the film. It makes us question not only what we know about our past, but also how we perceive reality itself.
Absolutely, Tim. Those are some great points you brought up there. The symbolism in 12 Monkeys really elevates it above your typical science fiction thriller. And I have to say, the performances by the cast were top-notch across the board. Bruce Willis brings a sense of vulnerability and determination to his role as Cole, while Brad Pitt shines as the unpredictable yet charismatic Jeffrey Goins. Madeleine Stowe's portrayal of Dr. Rayleigh is both captivating and nuanced, showcasing her character's evolution from skeptic to believer over the course of the film.
I couldn't agree more, Tom. The chemistry between Willis and Pitt was particularly compelling to watch on screen. Their interactions really helped drive home the themes of paranoia, mistrust, and the blurred lines between reality and insanity that permeate throughout the film. And I have to say, I found the ending quite satisfying as well, without giving too much away for those who haven't seen it yet. Let's just say that it offers a thought-provoking conclusion to Cole's journey through time and raises questions about the nature of fate and free will.
Well said, Tim. 12 Monkeys is definitely one of those films that stays with you long after you've seen it. It's a haunting tale that combines elements of science fiction, thriller, and psychological drama to create an engrossing and thought-provoking experience for audiences. While some might find its slow pace or ambiguous plot points off-putting, I believe those who give this film a chance will be richly rewarded with a cinematic masterpiece that challenges our perceptions of reality and the consequences of our actions.
Yes, I almost forgot to mention the soundtrack. 12 Monkeys has a remarkable score composed by none other than the legendary composer Howard Shore. His work on this film perfectly captures the mood and atmosphere of the post-apocalyptic world Cole finds himself in. The use of dissonant strings and haunting melodies adds an additional layer of tension to already suspenseful scenes, while also conveying a sense of hope or longing when appropriate. In fact, I remember reading that Shore even went as far as incorporating animal sounds into his compositions to emphasize the themes of chaos and nature reclaiming human society.
Absolutely, Tim. The soundtrack really is one of the standout elements of 12 Monkeys. It manages to be both hauntingly beautiful and unsettling at the same time, much like the film itself. One particular track that always stands out for me is The Path of the Geodesic Gyroid, which plays during a pivotal scene where Cole discovers the truth about his mission and the virus. The combination of choral vocals, piano, and electronic sounds creates this ethereal atmosphere that perfectly captures Cole's confusion and despair.
Yes, I agree with you there, Thomas. Howard Shore truly outdid himself with the score for 12 Monkeys. It's not often that you find a soundtrack that complements a film so seamlessly, but in this case, it really adds an extra layer of depth to the overall viewing experience. And speaking of viewing experiences, I think it's also worth mentioning how well directed and visually stunning 12 Monkeys is. Terry Gilliam's attention to detail and use of stark imagery effectively convey the bleakness of Cole's future world without relying too heavily on special effects or over the top action sequences.
Indeed, Tim. The visual storytelling in 12 Monkeys is simply masterful. From the crumbling infrastructure and desolate streets of Philadelphia to the eerily empty animal habitats at the zoo, every frame feels meticulously crafted to convey a sense of despair and loss that's palpable throughout the entire film. And let's not forget about the incredible production design as well. The costumes, set pieces, and even the props all contribute to creating an immersive world that fully engages the audience in Cole's journey.
Absolutely, Tom. 12 Monkeys is definitely a film that deserves its place among the cinematic greats. Its complex narrative, strong performances, haunting soundtrack, and stunning visuals all come together to create an unforgettable viewing experience. While it may not be everyone's cup of tea due to its slow pace or ambiguous plot points, I believe those who give this film a chance will be richly rewarded with a thought-provoking and emotionally resonant story that continues to challenge audiences even decades after its release.
Well said, Tim. 12 Monkeys is definitely one of those films that stays with you long after you've seen it. It's a haunting tale that combines elements of science fiction, thriller, and psychological drama to create an engrossing and thought-provoking experience for audiences. While some might find its slow pace or ambiguous plot points off-putting, I believe those who give this film a chance will be richly rewarded with a cinematic masterpiece that challenges our perceptions of reality and the consequences of our actions. And speaking of the actors and their characters in the film, let's not forget about Brad Pitt, who plays the unpredictable yet charismatic Jeffrey Goin. His performance is nothing short of electrifying as he switches between moments of vulnerability and pure madness with ease. It's no wonder that he was nominated for a Golden Globe Award for Best Supporting Actor for his role in this film.
Absolutely, Thomas. Brad Pitt truly shines in 12 Monkeys. His character is such a fascinating blend of intelligence and unpredictability that you can't help but be captivated by him every time he appears on screen. His chemistry with Bruce Willis adds another layer of complexity to their interactions, making their relationship both thrilling and heartbreaking at the same time. It really is a testament to Pitt's talent as an actor that he can bring such depth and nuance to what could have been a one-note role. Another standout performance in 12 Monkeys comes from Madeleine Stowe, who plays Dr. Catherine Rayleigh. Her character serves as both Cole's love interest and his moral compass throughout the film. Her portrayal of a strong-willed yet vulnerable psychiatrist is simply mesmerizing, especially when she grapples with the reality of Cole's claims about time travel and the virus. Stowe's ability to convey both skepticism and belief makes her character one of the most compelling in the entire film.
I couldn't agree more, Tim. Madeleine Stowe does an incredible job as Dr. Rayleigh, bringing a sense of warmth and humanity to what could have been a cold and distant character. Her relationship with Cole is central to our understanding of both him and the world he inhabits, and she navigates this complex dynamic beautifully. It's no wonder that her performance earned her a Saturn Award nomination for Best Supporting Actress. And let's not forget about Bruce Willis himself in the titular role of James Cole. His portrayal of a man caught between two worlds, struggling to come to terms with his sanity and the truth about his mission, is both haunting and powerful. It's clear that he poured everything into this role, delivering a performance that is both physically demanding and emotionally resonant.
Absolutely, Tom. Bruce Willis truly gives it his all in 12 Monkeys. His character's journey from confusion and desperation to determination and resilience is a testament to his acting skills. It's fascinating to watch him navigate through the complexities of time travel and the consequences of his actions, especially when he begins to doubt everything he once believed in. Willis's performance is nothing short of outstanding, and it's easy to see why 12 Monkeys remains such a beloved film for both fans and critics alike. And speaking of fans, let's not forget that this film has garnered quite the following over the years. It's often cited as one of Terry Gilliam's masterpieces, and its influence can be seen in numerous films and TV shows that have come after it. The themes of time travel paranoia and the dangers of unchecked scientific progress continue to resonate with audiences today, making 12 Monkeys a true classic of science fiction cinema.
Absolutely. I've noticed that many modern filmmakers have been inspired by 12 Monkeys, particularly in terms of its use of nonlinear storytelling and unreliable narrators. Its influence can be seen not only in the sci-fi genre, but also in thrillers and dramas alike. The themes explored in this film are timeless and continue to provoke discussion about the nature of truth, reality, and our responsibility as human beings towards the future. In conclusion, 12 Monkeys is a cinematic triumph that boasts outstanding performances from its cast, a hauntingly beautiful score, stunning visuals and thought-provoking storytelling. It's a film that demands to be seen and discussed by audiences everywhere. And while we may never fully agree on whether or not this film is boring, there's no denying its impact on the world of cinema and its enduring legacy among fans and critics alike.
Absolutely, Tom. One aspect of the film that really stood out for me was its use of symbolism and metaphors. For example, the recurring theme of animals escaping from captivity and taking over human society could be seen as an allegory for how our actions can have unintended consequences on the natural world. Another interesting element is the character of Dr. Catherine Rayleigh, played by Madeleine Stowe. Her role as a psychiatrist who initially dismisses Cole's claims about time travel and the virus adds an additional layer of complexity to the film. It makes us question not only what we know about our past, but also how we perceive reality itself.
I completely agree with you, Tim. The symbolism in 12 Monkeys really elevates it above your typical science fiction thriller. And I have to say, the performances by the cast were top-notch across the board. Bruce Willis's portrayal of James Cole is both vulnerable and determined, while Brad Pitt shines as the unpredictable yet charismatic Jeffrey Goins. Madeleine Stowe's portrayal of Dr. Rayleigh is captivating and nuanced, showcasing her character's evolution from skeptic to believer over the course of the film.
And let's not forget about Terry Gilliam's direction. His attention to detail and use of stark imagery effectively convey the bleakness of Cole's future, world without relying too heavily on special effects or over the top action sequences. The way he weaves together multiple storylines and timelines is truly masterful, creating a sense of disorientation that mirrors Cole's own experience navigating through time.
Absolutely. Terry Gilliam does an incredible job directing 12 Monkeys. His unique visual style, which includes using real locations rather than sets, adds to the gritty and authentic feel of the film. The pacing is also very well. It starts off slowly, allowing us to become fully immersed in Cole's world before ramping up the tension and action sequences later on. And his use of color is particularly striking, the desaturated colors used for the future. Scenes contrast sharply with the vibrant hues seen in flashbacks or dream sequences, further emphasizing the contrast between past and present, sanity and insanity. In conclusion, 12 Monkeys is a cinematic masterpiece that combines outstanding performances, haunting visuals, and thought-provoking themes to create an unforgettable viewing experience. Its influence on modern filmmaking cannot be overstated, and it remains a timeless classic that continues to captivate audiences around the world.
Absolutely, Tom. One aspect of 12 Monkeys that really stands out is its cultural impact. The film has become a classic in sci-fi and thriller genres alike, and its influence can be seen in numerous movies and TV shows released after it. Its non-linear storytelling, unreliable narrators, and exploration of themes like time travel and the consequences of our actions have made it a favorite among filmmakers and audiences around the world. In addition, 12 Monkeys has also spawned numerous fan theories and discussions about its meaning and interpretation. The ambiguity present in the film's plot has inspired countless debates about the nature of reality, truth, and human responsibility towards the future.
I couldn't agree more. One of the reasons why 12 Monkeys remains so popular today is because it challenges its audience to think critically about the themes presented in the film. Its open-ended narrative structure invites multiple interpretations, which has led to a thriving fan community dedicated to discussing and debating the various theories surrounding the movie. This level of engagement not only speaks volumes about the quality of the film, but also highlights its relevance within contemporary pop culture discourse.
Another aspect that adds to 12 Monkeys' cultural significance is its exploration of mental health issues. The character of James Cole, played by Bruce Willis, grapples with his own sanity throughout the movie, raising questions about the nature of insanity and reality. This portrayal has sparked discussions about the representation of mental illness in media and how films like 12 Monkeys can help destigmatize these conditions. Furthermore, the film's treatment of themes like paranoia, isolation, and identity crisis also resonate with viewers on a deeper level, making it relatable to a wide audience.
Absolutely. The portrayal of mental health in 12 Monkeys is both nuanced and thought-provoking. It forces us to question our own perceptions of reality and sanity, while also highlighting the importance of empathy and understanding towards those who may be struggling with these issues. This humanistic approach to storytelling makes the film not only entertaining, but also insightful and educational. In conclusion, 12 Monkeys is a cinematic masterpiece that continues to inspire discussions about its themes, narrative structure, and cultural impact. Its influence on modern filmmaking cannot be overstated, and it remains a timeless classic that continues to captivate audiences around the world. From its exploration of mental health issues and non-linear storytelling, techniques to its haunting visuals and powerful performances, 12 Monkeys is a true testament to Terry Gilliam's visionary directorial style and the enduring legacy of classic sci-fi cinema.
Thank you for joining us on this thrilling journey through 12 Monkeys. As we come to the end of our discussion, it's clear that this film is a true masterpiece. It combines breathtaking visuals with thought-provoking themes and outstanding performances from its talented cast, from its exploration of mental health issues and time travel paradoxes to its haunting score and nonlinear storytelling. 12 Monkeys has left an indelible mark on the world of cinema.
Absolutely. As we wrap up this episode, I'd like to remind our viewers to please leave us a comment below sharing your thoughts on 12 Monkeys or any other films you'd like us to discuss in future episodes. We love hearing from our audience and engaging in lively debates about the cinematic universe. And while you're at it, don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more exciting content coming soon.
And last but not least, remember to like this video if you enjoyed it. Your support means the world to us, and it helps us grow our community of film enthusiasts, just like yourself. So thank you all for joining us on this thrilling adventure through 12 Monkeys, and we'll see you in the next episode. Don't forget to comment, subscribe, and like the video.